For more than 6 months, the battles raged across Libya. Day after day, Gaddafi's tanks and heavy weapons were targeted from the air by NATO. The Libyan leader urgently needed new stocks of artillery, heavy guns and missiles, and he turned to China to get them. This document reveals that at the end of July, military officers travelled from here in Tripoli all the way to Beijing to negotiate a series of arms sales totalling more than $200 million. This document reads like a military catalogue. There are pistols, small arms, heavy guns, night vision equipment, even surface-to-air missiles. We showed the documents to the finance minister of the National Transitional Council. Will it affect some of the future contracts that you might award? And you might decide, for example, not to award contracts to Chinese companies?
I think the answer is yes. No question about it. If indeed, and again, if indeed the Chinese government agreed to sell arms to Gaddafi only a month ago, I think definitely that will affect our relationship with China, and it will not necessarily be a favorable thing to this relationship.
Contracts to rebuild Libya's damaged infrastructure and to further develop its energy resources are likely to be worth billions. The NTC say it's not just China that may lose out. The documents suggest that Libya's neighbour Algeria and South Africa may have helped in the transport of weapons to Gaddafi's forces. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Tripoli.
And this is the response from the Chinese Foreign Ministry.
The Gaddafi government sent personnel to China without the knowledge of the Chinese government, who engaged in contact with a handful of people from the companies concerned. The Chinese companies did not sign arms trade contracts, and nor did they export military items to Libya.